हेलो भी तो आज से हम लोग स्टार्ट कर रहे हैं क्लास 10th चैप्टर 6 ज्योग्राफी मैन्युफैक्चरिंग इंडस्ट्रीज प्रोडक्शन ऑफ गुड इन लार्ज क्वांटिटी आफ्टर प्रोसेसिंग फ्रॉम रॉ मटेरियल to more valuable product is called manufacturing. Do you know that the paper is manufactured from the wood, sugar from sugarcane, iron and steel from ore, iron ore and aluminium from bauxite? Do you know that the some types of cloth are manufactured from the yarn, which itself is an industrial product? People employed in the secondary activities manufacturing the primary material into finished good. The workers employed in steel factories, car breweries, textile industries and bakery fall into this category. Some people are employed in providing services. In this chapter we are mainly concerned with the manufacturing industries which fall in the secondary sectors. The economic strength of a country is measured by the development of the manufacturing industry. Importance of the manufacturing sector is considered the backbone of the development in the general and economic development in particular, mainly because the manufacturing industry is not only help in modernizing agriculture, which forms the heavy dependency on people on agriculture income by providing jobs in secondary and tertiary sectors. Industrial development is a precondition for the eradication of employment and poverty from our country. This was the main philosophy behind the public sector's industry and joint sector venues in India. It was the aimed to at bring down regional disparities by establishing industries in tribal backward areas, export of manufactured goods, expand trade and commerce, and bring in much needed foreign exchange. Countries that transform their raw material into a wide variety of furnished good of higher values are pre- uh, prosperous. India's prosperity lies in the increasing and diversifying its manufacturing industry as quickly as possible. Agriculture and industries are not exclusive of each other; they move hand in hand. For the instance, the agro industry in India is given a major boost to agriculture by raising its productivity. They depend on the later or raw material and sell their products such as irrigation pumps, fertilizer, insecticide, pesticide, plastic, and PVC pipes, machines, and tools to we farmers. Thus, development and the competitiveness of manufacturing industries has not only assisted agriculture in increasing their product but also made the production process very efficient. In the present day world of globalization, our country need to be more effective and competitive. Self sufficiency alone is not enough for the manufacturing goods. Must at apart sorry must at par in quality with those in the international market. Only then we will able to complete in the international market. Contribution to of industry to the national economy over the last 2 decades, the share of the manufacturing sector has strengthened at 70% of the GDP out of the total 27% for the industrial, which include to 10% for the mining, quarrying, electricity and gases. This much lower in comparison to some East Asian economic economies where it is 25 to 30%. The trend of the growth rate is manufacturing over the last decade has been around 7% annual. The desired growth rate on the next decade is 12%. Since 2003, manufacturing is once again growing at the rate of 9 to 10% per annum. With appropriate policy intervention by the government and renewed effort by the industries to improve productivity. Economists predict that manufacturing can achieve a target over the next decade. The National Manufacturing Competitiveness Council (NMCC) has been set up with the objective industrial location. Industrial location are the complex in nature. These are influenced by availability of raw material, labor, capital, power, and market etc. It is really possible to find all these factors available at a one place. Consequently, manufacturing activity tend to locate at the most appropriate place where all the factors of industry located are either available or can be arranged at a lower cost. After an industrial activity start, urbanization follows. Sometimes industries are located in or near the cities. Thus, the industrialization and urbanization go hand in hand. Cities provided market and also provide the services such as banking, insurance, transport, labor, consultant, and the financial advice etc. to the industries. Many industries tend to come together to make use of advantage offered by the urban centers known as amalgamation economies. Gradually, the large industries amalgamation takes place in the pre-independent period. Most manufacturing units were located in place from the point of view of overseas states such as Mumbai, Kolkata, Chennai, etc. Consequently, these emerged certain pockets of industries develop urban centers surrounded by the huge agriculture rural inlands. The key to decision of factory location is the least cost government policies and the specialized labor and influence the location of industry. Classification of industries lists the various manufacturing product you use in your daily life such as uh, transistors, electric bulb, vegetation, oil, cement, glassware, petrol machines, scooters, automobile machines, and so on. If we classify the various industries based on the particular criteria, then we would be able to understand their manufacturing better. Industries may be classified as follow on the basis of sources raw material used are agro-based cotton, woolen, jute, silk, textile, rubber, and sugar, tea, and edible oil, etc. Mineral-based iron ore, steel, cement, aluminium, machine tool, petrochemical. According to their main role basis or key industries which supply their product or raw material to manufacturing other goods. Example: iron and steel, copper smelting, and aluminium smelting. Consumption industries that are produce goods for the direct use by the consumer. Sugars, toothpaste, paper, sewing machines, France, etc. On the basis of capital investment, a small scale industries is defined with the reference to the maximum investment allowed on the asset or of a unit. This limit has changed over a period of time. At the present, the maximum investment allowed in rupees 1 crore. If investment is more than 1 crore on any industry, then it is known as large scale industry. On the basis of ownership, public sectors owned and operated by the government agencies, bail, salt, sale, etc. Private sector industries owned by and operation by the individual or group of individual. Tisco, Bajaj Auto Limited, Dabur Industries, joint sector industries which are jointly run by the state and individual or a group of individual, while India etc. Oil is jointly owned by the public and private sector. Corporate sector industries are owned are owned and operated by the producer or the supplier of raw material. What worker of both, they pool in reservoir and store share the profit or losses proportionality, such as the sugar industry and in Maharashtra, the core industry in Kerala. Agro-based industry, cotton, jute, silk, woolen, textile, sugar, and edible oil etc. industries are based on the agriculture or raw material. Textile industry, the textile industry occupies unique position in the Indian economy because it contributes significantly to industrial production, to 40% of employment generation, 35 million person directly, and secondly largest after agriculture and foreign exchange, earning about 24.6%. It contributes 4% toward GDP. It is the only industry in the country which is self-reliant and complete in the value chain. Example, from raw material to the highest value added product. Cotton textile. In ancient India, cotton were the product which hand spinning and handloom weaving technique. After the 18th century, power loom came in use. Our tradition industry suffered a setback during the colonial period because they could not compete with the mill made cotton from the England. As on 13 November 2011, there were 1946 cotton and human-made fiber textile milk in the country. About 80% of these are in a private sector, and the rest in a public and corporate sector. Apart from these, there are several thousand small factories with 4 to 10 looms. In early years, the cotton textile industries was concentrated in a cotton growing belt of Maharashtra and Gujarat. Availability of raw material, market, transport, including accessible port facilities, labor, marsh, climatic, etc. contribution toward its It allocation localization and this industry has close link with the agriculture and provide a living to farmers, cotton ball pluckers, and workers engaged in gaining, spinning, weaving, dyeing, designing, packaging, tailoring, and the sewing. The industry by creating demand supports many other industries such as chemical and dyes mills, stores, packaging material, and engaging engineering work. While spinning continue to be centralized in Maharashtra, Gujarat, and Tamil Nadu. Weaving is highly decentralized to provide the scope for incorporation traditional skill and the design of weaving in cotton, silk. Zari design of weaving in cotton, silk, zari, embroidery, etc. India is a world-class production in spinning, but weaving supply low quality of fabric as it cannot use much of high-quality yarn produced in the country. Weaving is done by the handloom, powerloom, and in mills. Hand spin khadi provide a large-scale employment to weavers in their homes as a cottage industry. Why is it important for our country to keep the mill sectors loomage lower than the power loom and handloom? India export yarn to Japan. Other importers of cotton goods from the India are USA, UK, Russia, France, East European countries, Nepal, Singapore, Sri Lanka, and African countries. India has second largest installed uh, capacity of splendors in the world with the 43.13 million spindles in 2011 to 2012 after China. Since the mid 18th of the spinning sector has received a lot of attention. We have a large share in the world trade of the cotton yarn, accounting for one fourth of the total trade. However, our trade in garment is only 4% of the world's total. Our spinning mills are competitive at the global level and capable of using all the fabric we produce. The weaving, knitting, and the processing unit cannot use the much of high quality yarn that is produced in a country. There are some large and modern factories in these segment, but most of the production in the fragment small units which are catered to the local market. This mismatch is a major drawback for the industry. As a result, many of our spinner export cotton yarn, while the apparel garment manufacturers have to import fabric. Why is it important for us improve our weaving sector instead of exporting yarn in the large quantity? Although we have made significant increase in the production of good quality long staple cotton, 356 lakh bales of 170 kilogram each during 2011 to 2012. The need to import is still felt. Power supply is erratic and the machinery need to be upgraded in the weaving and the processing sector. In particularly, other problems are the low output of labor and stiff competition with the synthetic fiber industry. Jute textile. India is the largest producer of the jute. India is the largest producer of raw jute, and jute good and stand is at second place as it export after Bangladesh. There were about 18 jute mills in India in 2010 to 2011. Most of these are located in West Bengal, mainly along the bank of Hooghly River in the narrow belt, 98 kilometer long and 3 kilometer wide. Factors responsible for the location in the Hooghly Basin are proximity of the jute producing areas and inexpensive water transport supported by the good network of railway, roadways, and waterways to the factory facilitate movement of the raw material to the mills. Abundant water for the processing raw mills. Raw jute cheap labors from the West Bengal and the adjoining state of Bihar, Odisha, and Uttar Pradesh. Kolkata, as well as the urban center, provides the banking, insurance, and port facilities for export of the jute goods. In 2011, the jute industry is worth supporting 3.7 lakh workers directly and another 40 lakh small and marginal farmers who were engaging in cultivating of jute and mista. Many more people were associated indirectly. Challenges faced by the industries included stiff competition in the industry in the international market from the synthetic substitute and from the other competition like Bangladesh, Brazil, Philippines, Egypt, and the Thailand. However, the internal demand has been one increase due to the government policy of the mandatory use of the jute packaging to stimulate demand. The product need to be diversified. In 2005, national jute policy was formulated with the objective increase in productivity, improving quality, ensuring the good prices of the jute farms, and enhancing the yield per hectare. The main market are the USA, Canada, Russia, United Arab Republic, UK, and Australia. The growing global concern for environmental friendly biodegradable material has once again opened the opportunity for the jute products. Sugar industry. India stands second as the world producer of the sugar, but occupy the first place in the production of good and Kandasari. The raw material used in the industry is bulky and haulage. Its sucrose content reduced where the soda the mills is ideally located. In 2010 2011 there were over 662 sugar mills in the country spread over Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Maharashtra, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, and Gujarat, along with the Punjab, Haryana, and Madhya Pradesh. 60% mills are in the Uttar Pradesh and Bihar. This industry is seasonal in nature, so it is ideal suited for to the corporate sectors. Can explain why this is so. In recent years, there is a tendency for the mills to shift the concentration in the southern and western state, especially in the Maharashtra. This is because the cane produced here has a higher sucrose content. This cooler climate also ensure the longer crushing season. Moreover, the cooperatives are the more successful in these states. More challenges include the seasonal nature of the industry, the old and ineffective method of production, transportation delay in the reaching cane or to factories, and the need to the maximize the use of beverage minerals based industries that use minerals and metals as a raw material are called mineral based industry. Can you name the some industries that would you fall in the category? Iron and steel industry. The iron and steel industry is a iron based industry, since all the industries heavy, medium, and light dependent on it for their machinery. Steel is needed through manufacturing a variety of engineering good, construction material, defense, medical, telephonic, scientific equipment, and a variety of consumer goods. Production and consumption of steel is often regarded as the index of the country's development. Iron and steel is a heavy industry because of all raw material as well as finished good, heavy and bulky, entailing heavy in transportation cost. Iron ore, coking coal, and limestone are required in the ratio of approximately 4:2:1. Some quantity of the manganese are required to harden the steel. Where should the steel plants be ideally located? Remember that the finished product also need efficient transport network for their distribution to the market and the consumers. In 2010-11, with the 72.2 million tons of steel production, India ranked fourth among the world crude steel producers. It is the largest producer of among iron. In 2010-11, per capita consumption of steel in the country was only around 2049 kg per annual against the world average of 182 kilograms. Most of the public sector undertaking market their steel through Steel Authority of India Limited sale. In 1950, China and India produce almost the same quantity of steel. Today, China is the largest producer of steel. China is also world largest consumer of steel. In 2004, India was the largest exporter of steel, which accounted for the 2.25% of the global steel trade. Chota Nagpur Plateau region has a maximum concentration of iron and steel industry. It has the largely because of relative advantage this region has for the development of this industry. These include a low cost of iron ore, high grade raw material, and approximately cheap labor and vast growth potential in the home market. Through the India is an important iron and steel producing country in the world, yet we are not able to perform our full potential, largely due to a high cost, limited ability of cooking coal, B, lower productivity of labor, C, irregular supply of energy, D, poor infrastructure. We also import good quality steel from other countries. However, overall production of steel is sufficient to meet our domestic demands. Liberalization and foreign direct investment have given a boost to the industry with the effort of private entrepreneur. These is need allocate resources for research and development to produce steel more completability. Aluminium is smelting. Aluminium resulting is the second most important metallurgical industry in India. It is the light resistant to corrosion, a good conductor of heat, malleable, and become strong when it is mixed with the other metal. It is used to manufacture aircraft instils and wires. It has a gained popularity as a substitute of steel, copper, zinc, and lead in a number of industries. Aluminium smelting plant in the country are located in Odisha, West Bengal, Kerala, Uttar Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Maharashtra, and Tamil Nadu. In 2008 2009, India produced over 15.29 lakh million tons of aluminium bauxite and raw material used in a smelter is a very bulky, dark reddish colored rock. The flow of a chart given below the slow the process of manufacturing aluminium regularly supply of electricity as an ensured source of the raw material at maximum minimum cost are the two prime factors of for location of industry. Chemical industry, the chemical industry in India is a fast growing, diversifying. It contributes approximately 3% of the GDP. It is the third largest in Asia and occupies the 12th place in the world in the term in the size. It comprises both large and small scale manufacturing units. Rapid growth has been recorded in the both inorganic and organic sector. Inorganic chemical include sulfuric acid used to manufacture fertilizers, synthetic fibers, plastic adhesive plants, paints, dyestuffs, nitric acid, alkalis, soda ashes used to make glasses, soaps, and deodorant, paper, and caustic soda. These industries are widely spread over the country. Why do you think it is so? Organic chemicals include petrochemical, which are used for manufacturing of synthetic fibers, synthetic fibers, plastic dyes, strips, drugs, pharmaceuticals. Organic chemical plant are located near oil refineries or petrochemical plant. The chemical industry it is the own large consumers. Basic chemical undergo processing to further produce other chemicals that are used for the industrial application, agriculture, or directly for consumer market. Make a list of the product you are aware of. Fertilizer industry. The fertilizer industry is the center around the production of the nitrogenous fertilizers, mainly urea, phosphatic fertilizer, and ammonium phosphate (DAP), and complex fertilizers which have a combination of nitrogen and phosphate P and potash K. The third potash example is the entire important as the country does not have any reservoir of the commercial usual potash or potassium compound in any form. India is the third largest producer of the nitrogenous fertilizer. There is 57 fertilizer unit of manufacturing nitrogenous and complex nitrogenous fertilizer, 29 for urea and 9 for the producing and aluminium sulfate as a by production of 68 other small unit production. Single super phosphate at the present there are 10 public sector undertaking and one is corporative sector at Hizira in Gujarat under the Fertilizer Cooperative of India. After green revolution of industry, the expanded to several other part of the countries Gujarat, Tamil Nadu, Uttar Pradesh, Punjab, Kerala contribute towards the half of the fertilizer productions. Other significant production of the Andhra Pradesh, Odisha, Gujarat, Rajasthan, Bihar, Madhya Pradesh, Assam, West Bengal, Goa, Delhi, Maharashtra, and Karnataka. Cement industry. Cement is essential for the construction activities such as the building houses, factories, bridges, road, airport, dams, and other commercial establishment. This industry require bulky and heavy raw material like limestone, silica, aluminium, and gypsum. Coal and electricity power are needed apart from the rail transportation. The first cement plant was set up in the Chennai in 1904. After the independence, the industrial expanded decontrol of prices and distribution since 1989, and the other policy reforms lead to the cement industry to make rapid distribution and capacity processing technology and the production. There are 128 large plant and 332 mini cement plant in the country. India produce a variety of cement. Improvement in the quantity has been found in the produce are readily available market in East Asia, Middle East, Africa, and South Asia. Apart from the large demand of within the country, this industry is doing well in the term of production as well as export. Effort are being made to generate educate a domestic demand and supplies in order to sustain this industry. Automobile industry